Hello everybody and welcome to the Black Void. You can just call me Stent. Yeah, so I was planning on streaming Sonic and the Fallen Star tonight, but you know, given the stars aligned badum-tish, I figured instead that I'd just try out the open network test while it's available to me. It's like opportunities like this don't come once in a blue moon. Ah yes, I imagine that a lot of people haven't exactly had the, they've had a lot of mixed experiences, I've heard, with this game. Anyways, let's start it up. Hopefully this works. I decided I wanted to start, before starting up, mostly because I wanted to, go for the intro a little bit, see what we got here. Eventually, there we go. Give it a little bit. Good old Steam overlay, my favorite. Ah yes. I remember when we were all so hopeful seeing that particular logo when Frontiers came out. I was like, ah, they finally freshened themselves up, give them a new shine of paint, except not really. Having a lot of fun, but the items are crazy. Well, yeah. First, I wanted to showcase this rather stylistic intro featuring music from, featuring, I think, the main vocalist from Busted, who... a band I haven't heard anything about since like 2006. The clarification. The last time I heard anything from Busted was the main theme for the Thunderbirds live-action movie, which nobody remembers, and for good reason. Also, that's the only time Silver's going to appear in this particular stream. It's like Sage is more... Sage and Jet are more relevant than Silver at this point, considering how seemingly hyped up Jet has been throughout this whole game. It's like, oh boy, we're finally making good on the whole referencing Extreme Gears all the time, you guys. Isn't this great? Even though the whole Extreme Gear thing in the comics was like years and years and years ago at this point. I remember thinking that whole Kraken Bay area was something from Secret Rings, but I get the sense there's just a whole lot more, I suppose, generic-esque tracks like this one, the Magma Planet. It's like, ah yes, my favorite Sonic level, Magma Planet. Might need to change some capture settings with Shad. I do this thing where I'll keep that in mind, just let me know if anything starts acting up a little bit. Yep, this is a beta version, and maybe the only version I end up playing. Who knows? Who knows? Not ultimately 100% decided yet. Also, yeah, here's... as you can see, I've been a little bit busy in my own time. I figured, first of all, though, we'll start with some single-player, because that's what I'm known for. Still find it weird that, here, of all places, we have Le Jongleur as the promotional character, aside from Miko, even though it's supposed to be her birthday today, allegedly. Anyways. So, in terms of the characters available to us, we have Ogilvy, we have Miles, we have Kanox, Amelia, Terios, Toaster, Chicken Nuggets, other Chicken Nuggets, Chicken Nugget, Chicken Tender, and Chicken, whole chicken in a can. And then, of course, we have Benui, Robotnik, not you, and Le Jongleur. I still find it funny that, games like this are the only times that Silver is allowed to be relevant in any way, shape, or form. I mean, I know he was supposed to be in the Sonic shorts, but even then it's just like, oh boy, I can't wait for him to be completely underwhelming again. So yeah, who do you reckon we should... you know what? Let's start off with just good old Ogilvy. We have, of course, a different assortment of different cars we can use here. I think for this one, though, I think I want to start off with something a little bit more tame, so we'll just go with the default. Any chance of joining lobby? We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to there. Literally, who asked for that? That's what I want to know. Like, Zavok, I guess, is just sort of obligated to be there as head of Le Deadly Six, but I don't think I've met a single person that legitimately liked Zaz, or any of the Deadly Six for that matter. Like, the only member of the Deadly Six outside of Zavok I could see being justified showing up would be Xena, for the same reason you'll likely see any of my streams. Why do they keep getting relevancy? I don't know! It's like they keep pushing the Deadly Six when people keep begging and pleading them to push the Chaotix and Solver. It's like, if you want comedy characters, the Chaotix are right there. Anyways, let's get onto it. Let's get onto it. We'll just start off with Le High Speed. Le High Speed. Good old rival, we got either Storm or Knuckles. We'll go with Knuckles. Met a few who... Oh, you met a few... Wait, people actually exist who enjoy the Deadly Six? I think I associate Zaz with Sonic Dash more than Lost World. I think a lot of people do, considering that's the sort of market that SEGA is trying to appeal Sonic towards nowadays. If the music in this game is anything to go by. Anyways, we only have one Grand Prix open to us at the moment. Collab course. Oh boy, I sure can't wait for these to not be in this this network test. So we got Dodon Ray, we got Wisps, because we can never have too much of Le Wisps. We have Boom Boo, just... I don't know why they keep... It's like all of a sudden, King Boom Boo is relevant now. I mean, I guess because he's the closest thing this game has to the Boos from Mario. Then we have Le Pumpkins, Coral, Crystal, Robotnik, and Le Secret. Ooh. Anyways, we only have one available to us at the moment, so let's just go for it. And, yeah. I think I may have cracked the code in terms of what stuff works in terms of the gadgets in this game. You have a few which you can just apply here, which, honestly, the way it's set up, in which you can only have, like, them set up in a specific way where they're only in lines is a little bit annoying, but I think I've found something that worked. These are arguably some of the best skills in the game, mind you. Just quick recovery to deal with the item spam, and slow starter to just completely bust lap free. Then the drifting. This we'll get into a little bit later. This is just sort of a freebie one. Let's just go with Air Bounty real quick. Let's just go with this one. I want to show you how ridiculous it can get. Just going with high speed. Ah, yes. Drift again in the opposite direction. Keep the gauge charged. Or, if you're using the correct skill, just get a free charge gauge for free. Anyways, let's have some funny banter between Sonic and Le Knuckles. So, needless to say, I'm playing with Japanese voices, because honestly, I've heard a lot of bad things about the voice direction for the English cast in this game, and generally speaking, a lot of the English cast tends to make my skin crawl nowadays, so just figured I'd just cut out the middleman. But that does mean, of course, I'm effectively playing this game with Crunchyroll subtitles. As in terms of my Le Kart racing skills, I will admit I'm not exactly the best. Most of my experience mostly just comes from playing Mario Kart Wii back in the late 2000s, so we'll see how much of that translates over. Cool. Yeah, I've definitely missed a lot of Kanemaru's English. Really can't help but feel that this is just here as a stand-in for Mario Stadium from Mario Kart 8, though. That's just my observation, though. Ah, yes! Everybody's favorite Sonic level, Magma Planet, which looks like it'll be more at home in Mario Galaxy, to be perfectly honest. I really get the feeling that they just figured, you know what, we really need these tracks to be like stuff you'd see in Mario Kart 8. I mean, I do sort of get it. I mean, with Mario Kart 8, they basically just broke kart racing down to an exact science, so may as well just adhere to what works. Even though I heard the only way to break free is to break the mold. Yeah, that's something that I've noticed a lot with the more recent Sonic games, just the need to play it safe. I mean, I do sort of get it, given the scattershot nature of the series' quality control. Speaking of which, still have a friend of mine who I was playing this game with yesterday, actually. And he pointed out just, even nowadays, with this and Shadgen, Sonic Team doesn't know how to do textures properly. Obviously, I don't know all the technical jargon for a lot of that stuff, but I do still find it funny that even nowadays, Sonic Team is still struggling to get things right. Oh, accidentally got Shadow in the crossfire there. Isn't that from Galaxy? I will admit that's not exactly something I'm wholly familiar with, so for the sake of convenience, I'm just gonna say yes. Also, yeah, just like coins, rings help you increase your speed a fair bit. Yay! You'll become as good as when you keep those witty callbacks into your stream. Hush you. Hush you. Also, yeah, they also included the red rings, which, I would say it's about as infuriating as it is in Generations / Unleashed, but I don't think it's necessarily too big of a deal. Not bad, really, though I did notice that some of the VAs don't sound like they're recording with high-quality equipment. Oh boy. Oh boy. Anyways, next track, let's go with this one. Arguably one of the more broken abilities. It references back to old Sega arcade games despite all the Sega SB. Ah, so that makes sense. So in a way it's like Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, minus the Sega All-Stars. Like, this whole Rainbow Garden area, it's wholly unfamiliar to me, but I do... Seriously, that looks like it came off the Wii. With how crunchy it looks, but... in terms of art style and visuals, at least, I do kind of like how it looks. Even if it does look like something you'd see in Wii Sports Resort. I will say that this is probably at least one of the I want to say least offensive maps. There's one particular track in here which, from all my experience, I don't really like. Hopefully we don't bump into it. But I'm not holding my breath. Anyways, hey Knuckles. You thought you were being funny there. Chuckle on that, knucklehead. I will admit, I know there's been a lot of controversy with some of the voice lines, especially around Amy, the gang's resident school teacher now, but I don't think a lot of these are... I think most of these are relatively harmless. It's about as harmless as the music, which, oh boy. It really feels like the wider community has just really been trying their best to just rip this game to shreds, haven't they? And then there's definitely some stuff I do understand in here, like the music just being all EDM tracks, even though arguably we could say one of the strengths of Sonic soundtracks is just in the sheer variety of it. Like, sure, you have guitars, which is what I'm mostly associated with, but, you know, you also have your jazz, you have your lounge music, you have your Knuckles raps. It all just helps make a lot of the stuff you're doing in the games a lot more distinct, as opposed to here, where it's just... oh, it's just more of the same. Just more of the same in terms of music, where it's just... look at the pretty roller coaster ride visuals. I will admit, in terms of the whole Crossworld aspect, it really does sort of feel like a roller coaster ride. for better or for worse. Oh, howdy. We're just, Oh, yeah, and here's King Boom Boo basically just acting as the blue shell of the game. No idea why they just decided to give him sunglasses. I will admit it's kind of funny, though. Oh, so yeah, now we're in lap 3. All my stats get boosted up to the maximum, and now I can basically just walk away with this particular round. Some of the skills you can get in this game are kind of mental. Oh, I actually got Knuckles with that one. Nice. Bye-bye. Someone who loves EDM listens to it all the time doing engineering stuff, and it can suit tonight, but I can understand people getting sick of it. Especially considering just how much of it was in Shadgen as well, and honestly it feels as though EDM has been really just taking over the music side of the series ever since Colors Ultimate. Just ever since the start of what I'm coining as the corporate era of this series. Just you really gotta get that EDM because all the kids are into EDM nowadays. I feel that really just sort of it really is sort of it really just sort of compounds on the whole sort of narrative of, oh, we need to make things all safe for the kids now that people are actually paying attention to this series now. I remember some social media accounts said it was because he's weak to the sun. Alright, let's try, I've heard this one's also pretty good, just counter quick charge. Fill one level of the gauge when doing a counter drift and landform, along with stuff which just makes it so your drift charge feels faster. Oh, Yakuza Monkey Ball also into EDM? Ah, so it's just General SEGA just trying to coin in on what's popular in the day. I wonder what will happen when people start going off of EDM. What will they do then, I wonder? Yeah, you see, now we can start focusing on trying to get as many drifts as possible, because naturally this track has a lot of corners to drift around. And a lot of walls for me to bump into. Hey, Knuckles. I will admit, just, I think it's best just looking at this in not at all a very competitive light in the slightest, because, I mean, obviously just funny party racing game, just... I am not sure a game like this is worth getting all that tilted over, just with all the, wacky hijinks going on. Maybe it's just me who has a bit of a history at getting absolutely tilted at stuff like Halo. Just, I want to be more happy when playing games. That's sort of the point, isn't it? Alright, and here we are just back in the bay. Kind of funny that this is like the one track we've gotten the most frequently now. It's gonna be a lot more interesting when we get into the online multiplayer aspect. Because, let me tell you, that is coming. Also, I remember everyone being so hyped thinking that this was supposed to be like Pirate Storm from Secret Rings. And, honestly, outside the fact that it is, pirate-themed and it is stormy, I don't remember the giant squid from Watchmen being in Secret Rings at any point. I'll just say that much. I mean, that probably would have made Secret Rings a lot more interesting and more memorable, but, that's just my 50 cents. Wait. Yeah, I will admit, some of these do admittedly feel a little bit like cheat codes in terms of, the crazy stuff you can do if it just... Instantly getting maximum boost, for example. Just look how quickly I can get that up. Also, ow. I think this really just sort of indicates how much you really need to have quick recovery on hand for situations like this. Also, yeah, we got the super special items just like in Sonic Riders. I almost forgot that there was banter between the enemies mid-race. Like, that's completely forgotten about in the multiplayer. You hardly ever see any of that, which I feel is kind of a shame, really. It's like, there's one big thing, it's like, ooh, we get to see all these characters interact with each other, which we normally don't get to see. And yet none of it crops up in the multiplayer at all. Just feels like a bit of a missed opportunity in my books. A few days ago, we had a blast drinking and playing all night. Not something to take too seriously? Yeah, exactly. Also, this is probably one of the few instances where you can drink and drive. Like me, for instance. I got some tea. Green tea with lemon and honey. Alright, now we got the last one, which, You know what, let's make this interesting. Let's play into the item spam. Let's be evil for this last round. Because I think we mostly have it in the bag unless we absolutely mess it up. I do kind of like this, though. It's like, for the final round, go through all the tracks again, in order. Alright, what do you got to say now, Knuckles? Alright, let's do this, Knuckles. I definitely understood what you were getting at there with your Crunchyroll subtitles. Interaction between Sage and Shadow? Yeah, I've seen videos of it where Shadow's basically just saying, abandon your father, basically. It's like, don't let your lineage dictate you. Dictate who you are or whatever. Like, even this section right here really just reminds me of Mario Stadium from Mario Kart 8. I'm not sure if you see the resemblance, I just remember just that big sort of uphill tight turn there being something that was in Mario Kart 8. Out of the way, Knuckles. This is my game. You're not gonna be the one to take my glory. You think you're gonna get your own game for once? Think again, Knuckles. Nobody cares about me. Nobody cares about anybody in this series except me and Shadow. Also, yeah, you just get a free item at the end of each lap. Yeah, it feels like, especially when you get to sort of the more intense online trades, that whole quick recovery skill really just sort of feels essential to ensure that you can actually stay in the race. Also fairly certain that this boost system is sort of like Crash Team Racing. I remember it having a sort of similar mechanic. Maybe I'm just thinking of something else, like maybe Nitro Fueled. Admittedly, I'm not exactly the most knowledgeable on kart racers. Arguably, my most played kart racer is the kart racing minigame in Adventure 2, for clarification, which there is something which I do kind of feel is a missed opportunity here as well. It's just like, oh, we got Extreme Gears back. Please clap. And for some reason, it's like we got all these different sort of gears, and yet for some reason, the rest of them are all just karts, and we don't have a single bike. I'm also just saying this because Shadow had a bike in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing starring Banjo from the Bungo Maker Zongo series. I'm just wondering, why not bring that back? I mean, you've had this whole sort of promotional campaign showcasing this, showcasing Shadow's own bike, and yet you can't use it in your new kart racing game? What is wrong with you? Surely kids will want to play with Shadow on his bike. It's like, it's in Shadow Generations, why isn't it here? Nitro Fuel has a similar position from compared to more wanting side to the organization. Now we've been. Gotcha. I suppose that does make sense considering it is the same series. Also, yeah. Yay, we won! We flummoxed Knuckles. I'm sure that's definitely what you said. Also, yeah, all the characters get their own little character-themed jingles at the end as a sort of celebration. It's like, oh, we finally remembered Sonic's theme is it doesn't matter. That surely means I can actually pay attention to the song and use it to fix Sonic's character, right? No. No, 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 no. Anyways. Yep, move to the Steam store. No, thank you, no, thank you. I'll probably only ever get this if it's on Steam sale. Anyways, let's go and have a look at somebody else. I know for a fact that Omega has a fair few fun interactions, so let's have some fun with Omega. Put him in an acceleration gear because it would be funny. I imagine a lot of people got a lot of mileage out of this Sonic face decal. Just put it on the front and just have it look like he just has a massive gaping maw. Just like, Arr! Okay, before we do that, let's have a look at the customized machine bit here. Weird thing is that Wave has a totally original song, whereas Jet has Catch Me You Can and Storms at one. I mean, I've heard that it's supposedly sort of a rendition of the Babylonian theme from Riders, but I'm not 100% sold on that. Also, yeah. Here's what I got in terms of my cart designs. Allegedly, some of the better ones. At least from my reckoning, because if you go into here, one thing which I didn't actually recognize at first. All of the different pieces here have stats attributed to them. As such, I really can't help but wonder how long it's going to take until this game gets its own sort of Waluigi Wild Wiggler situation, where it's just everybody is just using the same character in the same cart. Anyways. The shiny... Yep. Okay, that's another thing. I don't think this game actually allows you for different textures on your carts. It's just various different decals, which... Speaking of which, I found kind of annoying to place on because there's a few things which I kind of wish they did have. Obviously, you have various different paint jobs you can put on. Definitely not silver, for instance. I do quite like this one. Really just sort of screams Daytona. Definitely not related to Fang at all. Motobug. Radical Force, Hyper Scorpion. Yeah, this definitely, this whole car design really just sort of, reminds me of a Ferrari. Anyways, decals. You got your decals here. But it was hidden away on the custom fit. You could choose stuff like metallic oh. Really now? Oh, ho, 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 ho. This changes a lot, doesn't it? This changes everything. Let's have a look then. Hopefully this doesn't get rid of my decals. Texture. Cockpit matte. Let's have a look. Semi-gloss, fine gloss, solid, standard. Candy! Obviously it's sort of difficult to tell. Pearl metallic. Deep metallic matte. Body matte. Let's go with alright, so you can have like separate tints to it as well. I kinda like that. Oh yes, you just have your car that's made of rubber. Or have it just be completely pearlescent like that one visor from Master Chief Collection. Deep metallic. Matte, semi-gloss, gloss, fine glosses. Let's go deep metallic. Nice to see it keeps all the decals as well. Sub. Also, just, fine gloss, gloss, semi-gloss. You know, I'm fine with that being a fine gloss, to be perfectly honest. Accent. Standard. No. Also fine gloss, because why not? Tires. Just make everything metal. Everything must be metal. Because this is a metal car after all. Matt, you know what? Rubber seats. Make this the most uncomfortable thing to sit in ever. Because why not? And accent. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Oh, it even has like like little speckled paint in it as well. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on board with that. Nice. Metal wheel sounds dangerous. I mean, these ones have like Bodicea spikes in them, so I think we have more than that to worry about. Anyways, I wanted to do acceleration for this one, so let's play around with the textures there as well. You really gotta love my deep metallic stuff. Nope, you're going... Now it's like we're in Robot Wars. No idea why I said that, just, yeah, I'm quite liking how these look now. I don't know, for some reason I'm only finding out about this whole texture thing now, and it's just like... a whole world of possibilities has opened up to me. It's just... amazing. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. Grand Prix. Oh, metal tie. Oh. Yeah, that makes more sense. We can make vehicles our own nice way to express yourself online, but I'm fairly certain a lot of people, especially when they find out what the best cart actually is, they're probably not going to take much advantage about that. I think it's mostly just going to be something to mess around with casually. Also, not sure what Tails is playing at. Just having this massive gap in the middle of his car like this. I will admit, though, definitely sort of gives me Kit Car sort of energy, not gonna lie. Definitely not the sort of thing I'd expect Tails to have, especially after All-Stars Racing where he just had his plane. Okay, we're gonna go for Sonic Speed. And we're playing with, oh, we gotta go with the Bunny. We gotta go with Creme and Chess. And I think for this one, yeah, we'll just go with this one. I think it's arguably the best one. Let's see how it looks in game. It's like I've opened up an entire window of possibilities here. Those exhaust pipes running through the engine pack. I don't know, those usually go on the bottom of a car from what I recall. That's usually how it goes, at least. Here's what you have to say, Funny Bunny. It's like she actually sounds cute here. Yeah. If there's one character which I think is actually properly good nowadays, it is Omega. But then again, I'm not sure that's really saying much, because I don't think Omega is necessarily a difficult character to write. Just ultra-violent robot who wants to prove he's the best constantly. It's a fairly simplistic-looking character, as far as I'm aware. Well, I will admit, it's kind of funny him just sitting in this car, which is obviously too small for him. I will admit, though, in terms of the stats for characters, I'm not 100% certain as to what the power stat is supposed to do. I'm guessing it's more just sort of, how badly you get knocked or not. I think it's more appropriately should be called defense, honestly. Okay, let's go to dinosaurs. It's like, oh hey, remember secret rings? I wish I could forget, but here we are anyways. Here, let's see if that does anything. Oh yes, highly stylized looking. I will admit this is definitely one of the things in this series which I think is best just not to question. Like this, it's like, oh yeah, sure, just dinosaurs here. It's no problem. Because I know that I tend to ramble on about world building a fair bit in these streams, just and how stuff like the moon not being in One Piece doesn't make any sense. But here at the very least, I don't think it matters as much as, say, the moon not being completely destroyed in any game past SEGA, but that's just me talking. Anyways, let's see what this happens here. Oh yeah, and we also got the Mega Mushroom. Let's give it a whirl. I feel as though there are just a lot of items here which are just analogs for items in Mario Kart. Like, obviously this is the Mega Mushroom. Oh yeah, and there's just conveniently placed shortcuts which crop up on the third lap of each race. Let's see how we handle that. Oh, they did surprisingly well, actually. Oh, by a gnat's hair. Make Omega say something incredibly violent and dangerous. Humor ensues. Exactly. You should also ask. I thought the jungle was from Sonic's AK fiction. Tell me how powerful is Dodon Ray? Apparently powerful enough to emulate cyberspace, so I think it's one of those things which is generally best not to question. You know, don't ask questions, just buy the game. Just buy the game for $90. It's definitely worth that price. It isn't. Oh. Still have no idea what this area is from, though. Sort of reminds me of that one dungeon in Stormblood. You know, the one where you have to do WarioWare for that one boss. You can tell how little I paid attention to Stormblood because I don't even remember the name of the dungeon. I just remember, oh, it was the one where you go into a gorge like this and play mini-games with the boss. At least I think that's how it works. Out of the way, Amy. I have places... I got stuff to do. I can imagine if I wasn't running quick recovery there, that magnet would have really just sort of ruined my race there. But here... Oh, thanks. Just don't have me going onto frenzy mode. Thanks, Cream. Anyways, welcome back to Mario Galaxy level. Still have no idea what this is supposed to be referencing. Like with the how this looks underfoot, it sort of looks like Asteroid Coast, or at the very least is sort of reminiscent of it, but it's obviously not because there's magma. Doesn't help that the name of this particular track is kind of generic as well, just Magma Planet. What am I supposed to gain from that game? Don't get too cocky. I was certain that would work. Also, I can't help but notice that, Along with just being able to lock on with the equivalent of the green shells. Get out of my way! I'm being chased by a maniac! Still a Sonic I mean, that one friend I have who was critiquing the textures in this game, he's the sort of who doesn't necessarily play Sonic games anymore outside of obligations for mods that he has to complete. Me, I don't necessarily... I feel at this point I'm more so unbound from the series. It's like, I can quit whenever I want. That's the sort of sense I get, but yeah, I don't necessarily feel too much of an urge to get this game. Especially not at full price. The one in the Asm yes, the one in the Asm stat, that was what I was thinking of. Sorry, I'm not paying too much attention to chat, I'm focusing on the race. Oh yes, and Water Palace, which doesn't have any of the music from Sonic Rush because of copyright reasons. Sort of makes you wonder why in that case they'd bring back Water Palace and sort of lampshade that issue. Because I have no idea what sort of music this is supposed to be, but it's certainly not Water Palace. It's certainly not back-to-back. Honestly, seeing the Bomb Wisp here, just this one super obscure wisp that arguably nobody used in Lost World, sort of makes me wonder whether the wisps were just created just so we could have power-ups for kart races like this. Because I know Azuka was saying that the wisps were created because of a lack of power-ups in the Sonic series, even though invincibility, speed-up shoes, 4 different flavors of shields. I think you get it. Oh, that was mildly annoying, Cream. Stop it. Yeah, I think you're supposed to jump over the waves there. At least that's the inclination I get. Oh no. Okay, so it's good to know that even with Quick Recoverer, magnets like that can still ruin your race entirely. Good to know, game. Good to know. Anyways, I was meaning to say earlier about a lot of the decals. They're rather annoying to actually put on. I meant to showcase it a little bit earlier. In that, if you want to put, like, specific decals on, there's no, like, mirroring option at all. So, it's not the simple case where you can just put a specific decal on one side of your cart and then have it mirrored on the other side. You can't do that. You just sort of have to guesstimate as to whether or not it's roughly lined up the same or not. Which is why I just sort of decided to throw my hands up and just go for just solid surfaces. They're more difficult to just mess up, so just put a whole bunch of purple everywhere. It's fine. Kind of find it weird that the triple boxing glove is a power-up item on the same caliber as something like the 100 ring crate. Also, that barely did anything. Doing online later too, we'll see about sneaking into a lobby. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that after this. I think we've seen all we need to see here. Because I don't think you want me just going through the same 3 courses for, a few hours more. You want me going through, all 9 of the available courses. Daring today, aren't we? Yep, and here we are into the final round, again. I reckon this would be a fair bit more interesting if I was actually doing various other Grand Prixes, but we're just stuck with this one, so enjoy being back here in E Stadium. Can't help but feel that a lot of these specific lines for the final round are more generic. In honesty, just all of the interesting stuff between rival characters only happens at the start of the race. Whee! For some reason, I always conveniently get a boost wisp here. It's kind of unusual if I do say so myself. And it really is like the only thing that's missing is the sort of anti-grav pads at the bottom to replace the wheels in certain sections like that. You just know that they'd try to get away with that, they could. Well, I guess I'm just sort of stuck with this for the rest of the race unless something interesting happens. Yeah, just in your own time, game. I'm just sort of stuck here with a shield. Oh yeah, you can also just throw back items too. I feel it's a lot more intuitive to block items with your own items than it is, say, with your average Mario Kart. Also, yeah, just... There we go, every single item everywhere at once. That's why you need quick recovery. To ensure you can actually get up again after that. I will admit, though, getting back on the whole EDM thing, I can't say that I'm going to be remembering a lot of these tracks, admittedly. I feel that's definitely something which has been a problem with a lot of more recent Sonic games, especially Superstars. Just playing a little bit of that a little bit more recently, and just seeing and listening to a lot of the music, just like, why is this so unappealing compared to the music I was growing up with? Why do you have Jun Senoi torturing a Genesis sound chip rather than making sweet love to his guitar, like we all want him to? It's like you got so many things backwards. You got level designers working as directors, you got completely the wrong instruments for the composers. Just what are you doing? Also, Shadow. Hey, Shadow. Bye, Shadow. I'm just thinking, that could have easily been me. Alright. I think that's the end of that. We can finally move on to some online races. Let's get to the meat. Because that's sort of the only thing people really care about this game for, is the multiplayer. Aside from the character interactions, which I don't think it's necessarily going to be too interesting, just me sitting here going for all the interactions, just like, that's in character, that's not in character, that's funny, that's not funny. Looking at you, Zaz. And there we go. We win again. Probably doesn't help that I already unlocked basically everything in the game at this point, so... Yep, and Cream's just... Her disappointment is immeasurable. Imagine if she could actually emote with her eyebrows as opposed to her eyelids. It is nice to hear this machine again. The only song which Omega has to his name, and it's not even technically his. He has like a joint license over it with Rouge and Shadow. Anyways, time for the online portion of the this whole excursion. But I think for this, especially considering what we're about to do now, I think we need to change up a little bit. And I need to ask you real quick. You think you can win with that board? You think you can win with that board? Heck yeah. Let's rock. Alright, let's see how we can get this whole invite thing to work. Yep, there's me. Let's see, people currently online. You. Let's see what happens when I do this. Very familiar looking fox there. I will admit I'm not 100% sure as to how to invite other players. Just sort of here, waiting to see what happens, in all honesty. Yeah, war. Figured that you want to get in on some of this fun, Vel, if you're here. If you're not busy, as always. Yeah, I think what I got here is arguably one of the better combos in the game, especially with a particular setup which I have in mind, but we'll see, we'll see. I just realized Donpa Motors. Admittedly, I didn't actually play Team Sonic Racing, the one game which I don't think... it's like... It came out, and then Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel came out, and then Sonic Team Racing just sort of vanished off the face of the earth. All I know about it is it's sort of the last vestiges of the meta era, and the writing in a lot of senses kind of shows, so... Maybe I'll give the story mode for that one a shot at some point, if it goes on sale. Try and find... Okay. You gotta remember this is an online test. Clearly the most high-quality online experience imaginable. Oh, looks like we might have had... Looks like we have one. Maybe. There he is. You think you can win with that board? Anyways, the only thing we have available to us is Festival Mode, so we're gonna do Festival Mode. Ready, go. Yeah, you can probably tell I've been a little bit busy, especially with this... Do we want to call the Battle Pass this whole event? I could see you've gone for a very particular, interesting color style with your board, which you think you can win with. I mean, it doesn't necessarily matter. We, Festival Mode, we only have teams available, as far as I'm aware, so shouldn't be too much of a problem. Oh, randomizing the teams. We're on Team Cat. Alright, just gotta tap your allies. Right. Oh yeah, we got some new tracks. Let's go with Sand Road. Seems fitting since we have Tails in the party. And yeah, we're gonna go with this. Collision Boost seems appropriate. I heard apparently it's one of the better skills in the game. I said just casually reclines on the hood of a car there. Hopefully nobody noticed a particular decal which I put on the hood of my car. Not the Sonic face, just another one. Another distinct one. Alright, let's hope that it actually works this time, because I have gotten disconnected a couple of times. Flower Garden again, wonderful. Yep, just gotta give your friends the love tap. I'm fairly certain this effect doesn't actually work properly. Although the flames just sort of clip in out of nowhere. Anyways, let's do this. Fortunately, with my particular setup, I get boost just for knocking into anybody, so... Especially considering how chaotic a lot of these races get, I should be fine. I will say, though, I really do think that the purple really does go with pretty much all the team colors here. Just... One thing I don't really get here is... Why is there a pink team? and not like a green or a yellow team just seems kind of odd to me, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, you can see how crowded it gets in actual online lobbies. Do you mind? Alright, where are we going? Where are we dropping? In the middle of nowhere, but it looks... Where we got? Oh, it's Holoska. With whatever this music is, which feels like I'm down at the club, about to get rejected. Oh yeah, and I think this boost mechanic is also from Team Sonic Racing. I think. Generally speaking, I think I do prefer the, these team segments, in all honesty, as compared to just the standard, peer-to-peer multiplayer. I prefer the team setup, just... Whilst it's chaotic, it's not sort of the case that every single item in the game is being thrown at you. It's... You have less people on screen actually trying to kill you, is what I'm trying to get at. So you can more just sort of focus on the fun team stuff and still get run over by a monster truck. You can start the game. You can start a race with one of those. I just forgot. For some reason, they just allow you to start up a race with the equivalent of a Mega Mushroom. And while it's not exactly the best gadget/skill in the game, it's a damning indictment. Just like, oh yeah, just... It's fine, we'll just start you off with a Mega Mushroom, it's fine. It's not going to be egregious in the slightest. I actually got someone with that one, I'm kind of surprised. And I'm dead. And just like that, my race is ruined and my disappointment is immeasurable. It is like that sometimes. Sometimes, even if you're the most skilled player on the track, you still get screwed over by item spam. So yeah, festival mode, you have a sort of side objective in between whilst you race, which gives you extra points if your team manages to accomplish it. I was doing awful. I'm sure you were doing fine. You hardly got any of the gadgets. I'm sure you'll do better once you get them. Let's keep at it. Let's keep at it. Because I do want to get into some of the more interesting looking tracks. Also, I think we're going to end up getting another festival thing here at the moment. So I think I'm going to swap over cards and abilities. Let's see how that works out for me. It probably doesn't help that, honestly, from my experience, the boards aren't actually very good. It's like the one main strength is gaining extra speed on from boosts, which kind of feels a little bit, dare I say it, situational. Anyways, let's go with the soapbox car for this one. I just put purple decals over there because I like the purple, and I feel it actually works well with pretty much all of the card colors here. Also, can't help but notice just a lot of jonglers. Just a lot of jonglers in this, which, I mean, is fair, but a lot less jonglers than earlier, I will say. It's just mostly shadows from what I can see. Sure, there's some waves, there's some sonks, mostly just from the beginner players, most likely. Oh boy, it's time for the... Oh yeah, just notice the chows and the avatars in the background, all in like 30 frames per second, if they're lucky. Look at the low-res avatars here. It's like quality product. I mean, it may just be my PC, but that's still kind of, damning in a way. Come on, I want to go this way. It's definitely worth going this way, I promise. It's definitely going to be worth going into last place all of a sudden. It's like, yeah, we got the classic Capitus violins in here, but from what I recall, it just sort of devolves a little bit. I just remember hearing the sort of video put out a lot of the soundtrack, and I felt kind of miserable afterwards, to be perfectly honest. It sort of just made me yearn for something new from this series, as opposed to just... Well, I already made my thoughts clear about the EDM stuff. I just wish there was more in general. In terms of just music genres, just... It's kind of weird, because I'm fairly certain this wasn't an issue in Team Sonic Racing, because I've heard a little bit of the soundtrack for that, and there is a lot of variety in that soundtrack, and I just can't help but wonder why that wasn't in here in any way, shape, or form. I mean, I'm fairly certain there's a few tracks from Team Sonic Racing that made it in here as well, I think Skyroad's one of them. Could be wrong. Great. That was a very well-timed boost. I think I very nearly died. I'm about to die anyway. Great. Oh. Oh yeah, for some reason they just have a dog chow which just re-rolls everybody's items as an item. Interesting choice, if I do say so myself. Yep. Come on. Bumper cars. Well, at least they got the victory theme for Unleashed in here. It's like they got something right. As we're up here in the middle of the pack. Oh, never mind. It's like we may as well have not participated in this race. Yep, 56. It's like none of us were even in the... It's like none of us were actually playing the video game. We may as well have just left. That is an unfortunate sort of truth to the point system, where it can either just put you in place to become a comeback king, or just sort of further cement the fact that you may as well have just not turned up to the race at all. Also, I'm fairly certain that the Arsene racer there for the Jonkler is just a slightly altered version of Shadow's Kart Racer. I could be wrong. Just looks very similar underneath the actual face on there. Also kind of wish the audio mix was a bit better. Yeah, that as well. I was just looking at these chows here in the background, these funny little blurry chow gifs. Really sort of takes me back to Mario and Sonic the Olympics, where we just had the low quality 3 frames per second animated chow and flicky gifs in the background. That was 2009, by the way. It's like almost 15 years later we're still on this. Anyways, you know what? I think I'm actually going to try out a board. Let's see if I can win with this board. I think... Yeah, let's go with this one. Or not, I suppose. Oh, Tails just casually in the Cullen-mobile here. I see what you're doing with that particular paint scheme. Music is barely audible in some tracks, and it switches far too quickly. I mean, I had the music down as well, mostly just because... Well, for one thing, I'm not exactly the most... oh. You know, I think I might actually use that rental plate for this And look at us, we're on the rental team. Let's go with Wonder Museum. Something which looks like it might have come from a Sonic game, mostly just because it's, it looks like Spagonia a little bit. Yeah, for some reason I'm just using Jet's board. Because I think I can win with it. Chit. Yeah, now we're getting all the junklers. All the junklers have suddenly come out to play. I mean, I'm not 100% certain as to whether Jonkler is that good of a character in this. It would be kind of weird if the best character in the game was just like SpongeBob or something. It would be hilarious, but it would be weird. Also, can't help but notice with the avatars in the background here. All we have is like bunnies and wolves. It's like not a bear, not a cat, not a burb. Oh, so yeah, here we have the problem with the boards. It's very easy for you to get knocked off course. I mean, you do get a lot of mileage out of speed boost, but how much is that going to really affect the outcome of a race? I wonder. I mean, sure, just managing to get rings off of jumps probably will help. Just like, whee! It is kind of satisfying, actually doing all the trick stuff. It's just like, you jump off a ramp right there, and then you just have a party with your thumb. And all of a sudden, you just have, like, double your ring count. It's nice. Ah, yes. Setting the course to random. And once again, we're in secret rings somehow, except we're not in the Wicked and Wild. Is it? I'm not even sure if this is actually the music from Secret Rings. It doesn't sound anything like it. Oh. Well, I'm dead. I cannot possibly financially recover from this. I have less hopes of succeeding in this race than Vector has at actually paying rent. Yeah, this is generally why boards aren't exactly the best, because the rate at which they recover from attacks isn't very good. They don't exactly have a low power/defense stat, and that's... I feel that's almost kind of damning in this game, in all honesty. Oh yeah, now it gets a little bit interesting, because, ooh, the museum is haunted. Nicolas Cage is gonna show up, I think. Was it Nicolas Cage? Night at the Museum? Nah, it probably wasn't Night at the Museum. I forget the name of the guy. Will Ferrell, I think it was, from Elf. Could be wrong. It's been ages since I've seen Night at the Museum. Alright, let's see what broken eye I might get this time around. Oh, it's this it's the triple boxing gloves from the animated short. Speaking of which, I already put out a community post about it. I know a lot of people are sort of nitpicking the animation of the Crossworlds promotional animation, but me personally, I really do kind of wish that we'd just get a show with that animation style already. That dork from Persona 5. Ben Stiller, yes, that was it. I knew it was one of them. I swear, some of these comedians just sort of blend into each other after a while. Look at that, 40 points. And there we go. Just leaving everybody in the dust. Can't help but feel bad for them, I feel. YouTube's only letting me see the stream at 7:20. I mean, he was in Zoolander. Yeah, I remember him being in Zoolander. Yeah, I just keep the streams at 7:20 mostly so I don't have connection issues actually streaming it, because I've noticed in the past that I tend to lag a fair bit more when streaming at 1080. This is just I prefer something with a bit more of a consistent feed to it rather than just high quality but lagging constantly, if that makes sense. Minds of people using smear frames or in between to criticize animation. Ah, so that's what that was. Just the same old thing from, Now, let's swap about characters a little bit here. Let's go back to Ogilvy. Because I think he has a higher power stat. Yeah, that's... Yeah, let's do it to it. Some I don't consider this as an online game. I mean, more so in general, but that also sort of checks out. Also, yeah, just casually keeping the crown from Mario Kart as well. Just so much stuff in here that they just lifted from previous Mario Kart games. It's kind of hilarious. Just once again, I'm on the same team as that damn cat. I don't want to do Mystic... Do we have to do Mystic Jungle? We're gonna have to do Mystic Jungle. This is the one level of the few which have been selected here which I don't necessarily care for. You'll see once we get in. Can I understand people hating on smear frames? I think it's more just sort of people wanting to find stuff to criticize, even though it's not really... Making a mountain out of a molehill, basically. Really want to find stuff to critique and dislike about something, even though there's really nothing there. Also, we just casually teamed up with like 2 Shadows. I think Shadow is probably going to be the Waluigi of this game. Probably. We'll see. Alright, let's see if I can still fly even without wings. Yeah, definitely feels like you get a fair bit of more mileage out of boosting. Just... Oh, I hate to be that guy just clocked in the face with a bomb. Good, cool, good, cool. Part of me does kind of wish that you got more rings from doing that, but I can definitely understand why that isn't the case. Just... Look how many rings I can get from this particular exchange. Just having a party with my farm and all of a sudden I'm at the ring limit. No idea how I managed to avoid that magnet. Let's go random. After you, Shadow. Don't be... Oh, here we are at Metal Harbor, finally. Known for its amazing guitar solos, and here we are with more EDM, because that's what the kids are into nowadays, don't you know? I will admit, I almost want to say of the tracks we've gotten, this is probably my favorite one. This seems to have everything. It has the jumps, it has the corners. It has the hazards, it has plenty of opportunities to mess around with various different playstyles. It just... With all the ramps here, it's just a fun level to drive around. Also, I'm fairly certain there's some kind of shortcut around here, which I'm not aware of. Great! Someday, Vel, someday you will understand how good Kanimaru actually is. And just casually breaking out more boost pads for the final lap. It really just seems to be the one main thing differentiating this particular track during first and final laps, huh? I will say, though, admittedly, despite some various sort of small critiques, I am still kind of enjoying this. That kind of worries me a little bit. Just, should I really be enjoying this? I mean, obviously, I'll probably be enjoying it more when I'm not riding on a board, because for some reason I thought I could win with it. Yeah, you see? Version of the motorcycle from previous Mario Kart games? Honestly, I do wish the bike was in here, but generally speaking, bikes are generally better at boosting compared to the other karts, but I think the other cards are generally just better, especially the acceleration and power cards. Huh. Well... Enjoying video games is illegal, go to Bunny jail. No! I don't want to spend any more time in there. Yep, I'm here. Just casually waving to the camera. Smile and wave, boy. Smile and wave. No idea what I'm going to be spending all these tickets on, to be brutally honest. Alright, let's keep going. Let's just keep going. No idea how I'm gonna end the stream, in all honesty. I'm probably just gonna keep going until I feel like stopping. Much better. Yeah! I feel I've also seen these, sort of scribble version of the characters before as well, somewhere, but, can't exactly remember off the top of my head, so I may need reminding of that. Anyways, yeah, we're just playing as Ogilvy. A little bit more here. As I hear, he's one of the better characters, alongside Shadow. Oh, we're on Team Jonkler this time. Welcome to Joker's Kart Racer! Yeah, we're not gonna be using a boost thing here, so we may as well just go with this. Today, we will be making wild hamburger! Let's go! Let's go! And it even has the tornado there as well, it's kinda cute. It's like... I don't know, I can't exactly stay mad at this game, even though I'm fairly certain there's a fair bit to be mad about. Like, especially with some of the, with good old Ian's writing here for the characters, especially good old Amy. I should probably, play as her one of these rounds. Probably gonna make a good difference, but still. Yep, more air tricks. Good luck landing those on this particular track. I generally feel the purple really matches the red here. Looks nice. And, kind of weird that they didn't include the Shadow Tribal Tattoo as one of the items. Maybe it's in the full game? This is probably the closest I could get to it, because I would probably just put that on all my cards, to be brutally honest. Yeah, this, however, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. And just like that, I just get right back up again. That's why you don't mess with power cards. I almost want to say Knuckles has probably one of the best carts in the game, because that's what I'm technically driving in right now, but of course, we don't have access to the full game, so could be wrong in that regard. Cool! Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, Metal Harbor again. With realistic-looking trucks with no humans to drive around in them. And, oh yeah, the 30 frames per second fighter jets. You love to see it, don't you? Yeah, I feel this is definitely going to make up for the lack of tricks we were able to do on the other track. Also nice that you don't get hit by your allies' Team King Boom Boo there. Because I imagine that, well, obviously that'll get annoying. Yeah, it's like all of a sudden just switching off of the board. Suddenly I'm actually doing kind of well, question mark. Having infinite rings on hand probably helps as well. I mean, I say that, but then instantly just eat dirt and die. Because you know how that game goes. You win some, you lose some. Oh, yeah, I can just go up here, can't I? Honestly, I'm not 100% certain as to how exactly you do build up the team boost gauge. I mean, doing tricks seems to do the trick just fine, but I wasn't sure if it was team bumps, however, it's just contextual to whatever the objective is. I think I actually won that one. Yeah, the face of that just... Yep, somehow... Oh, poor Val. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Alright, let's see what we get. There, you see, we won. We did it. We did it because we're best friends. Yeah, this would probably be a lot more entertaining if we were both on call together, but that would mean sorting out my headphones, which I'm probably gonna have to do at some point. Especially if I'm gonna be streaming Halo at some point. Just cry in the corner at my home pool. You'll get better, I'm sure of it. I mean, just yesterday I was pretty much in the same place you were, just absolutely floundering at the back, but I'm sure, you know, you'll learn, you'll grow and evolve, just like we all do. Yeah, we'll definitely admit, that particular color scheme does work weirdly. I should probably look for something similar with mine. Maybe I should switch off the black, actually. Go for more of a gray. Think I'll do one more? Okay, okay. Then I'll probably do something else. Maybe we'll do some more single player. How about that? Oh, we're Team Violet with... I completely forgot her name. Oh, we also... we got the good tracks as well. Aw, we got Sand Road and definitely not Coconut Mall. I was waiting when we'd get into this one. Come on, give us Coconut Mall. I mean, Sand Road is fine since we haven't done that one yet. Also, can't help but notice a lot of aura effects I haven't seen before, like this ice one and that lightning one. Not sure what the requirements for unlocking those are, though. Maybe you just have to do all the achievables? Take your heart. Oh yes, it's super edgy because I can't type properly. I left caps lock on. See, it also works with this pink as well. 3, 2... Oh yeah, we are in Coconut Mall. I think this is probably the first time I've ever actually seen a mall in a Sonic game, in all honesty. Could be wrong, but it's like, obviously they needed a stand-in for Coconut Mall because everybody loves that track from Mario Kart. Also, you can just do that. And they just casually have Whisper. Where even is this? I do have to wonder. Because I was always led to assume that Coconut Mall was on Aldolfino. No idea what this could be. I mean, it's definitely stylized, and I do kind of like it from an aesthetic standpoint, but... Oh, with dinosaurs, again. What the fluff happened with everybody there? Feels like everybody just grouped up at in the corner there and just died. Why am I suddenly in third place? What is happening? Okay, so tricks do fill up the boost gauge. Good to know. Thanks a bunch. It just sucks that the guy in the back of the head. Okay. Oh yeah, there's supposed to be a shortcut around here, isn't there? Oh, that... I'm surprised I survived that. Last time I tried to go in that way, I died. Horribly. Great! Oh yeah, he does the adventure pose, remember? Remember Sonic Adventure? Feels kind of weird because we mention Adventure 2 all the time and never Adventure 1, but it's fine. It's definitely fine, just don't ask about it. Just buy the game at full price. Just buy it. I'm just gonna assume I do this by just spamming out tricks. Seems to be working. Cool. I have you now. No. Oh. That was ours. Multi-stage boosting making me wish CTR remake had kicked off more. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I would have expected that to be a lot... No idea what happened there. Could have sworn I was in first, but I guess not. Just feels like the whole game just sort of, absolutely had a bit of a siege of it. And yep. We go home hanging our heads in shame. Continue to question why Sega hasn't made a mobile shop. That's what I'm wondering as well. Just seems like the obvious thing to do, especially with all the, Chow marketing they've done nowadays. Like with Chow in Space. I mean, everybody really liked that, and yet for some reason they don't. Anyways, I think we want to go to the main menu because Vel was about to drop off. Lag compensation. Oh. Right, yeah, that would probably make sense. Yeah, we're just going to, quit out the main menu so Vel can be on his way. Obviously got busy stuff to do. So unless anybody else wanted to join in, then probably gonna do a fair bit more of the single player at this point. Maybe do one more multiplayer actually. Just yeah, let's play around with Amelia a little bit. Was fun? Yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm just gonna customize this a little bit more real quick. Hold up. Man. Okay, so the metallic isn't actually working in my favor here. So we got Pearl. We got Rubber Car. Bumper Cars. Candy, green, blue. Magenta. Standard. Semi-gloss. I think that works best here. I think that works best. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And then just keep the black all the same all around. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Definitely seems more me, to be perfectly honest. Just, for some reason, I really like the sort of silver and purple look. Meanwhile, it really odd to me that Amy's voice stayed the same cheery, high-spirited self in JP. Meanwhile, in America land. Yep. It's like they didn't get the memo over in good old Japan. Anyways, we're just gonna do one more, just gonna do one more matchmaking game, and then we're gonna go for single player a little bit more, and then, we'll see where we go from there. Yeah, I'm not sure you can see that, but I'm fairly certain a lot of the flames there are just sort of clipping in from outside the effect's boundaries. Not sure if I can word that, not sure if I worded that exactly right, but it feels as though the GIF was sort of cropped wrong, if you get what I mean. Okay, here we are, back on Team Jonkler. Well, we may as well try and get Mystic Jungle. See, even her animation, she's super chipper. Alright, I at least want to show off Mystic Jungle, as it is the worst trek in the game, as of, this network test. At least in my opinion. Alright, what are we getting? Water Palace again, yay. Well, at least it's a good track. Technically speaking, no idea where we're gonna get tricks off of here, but I'm sure we'll manage. May as well just divulge a little bit about the whole Mystic Jungle track. It's basically just Aqua Road from Forces. No idea why they didn't just call it Aqua Road in that case, but generally speaking, it's just the water slides which you could just go down without pressing any buttons. Except now you just fall off constantly. I at least found it quite annoying. Honestly, I'm really liking how this looks now. Okay, so at least we found some areas where we can do tricks. Potentially. See, there's a little ramp here. We're good. Yeah, low frame audience sprite. Yeah, I just mentioned that. It really is just like in Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. It's like the sort of stuff is like on par with a Wii game from 2009. Honestly, with how it may just be my PC specs, but it really does sort of look a little bit more like an Xbox game still, like 360. I mean, obviously art style can make up for lack of graphical fidelity, but this doesn't exactly scream to me brand spanking new Nintendo Switch 2 title which is worth $90. Again, as I mentioned, I'm probably just gonna get this when it goes on sale, because honestly, wasn't expecting this, but I am actually kind of enjoying this, weirdly enough. Also, wow, just casual double kill there. Nice. Also, I have no idea what this music is supposed to be. I get that they can't use the Sonic Rush soundtrack, but at the same time, what is this? Ooh, power up. What do we got? Ah, just triple boxing gloves. Everybody behind me die. And then I just end up dying as well. Wonderful. I will be honest, I do kind of feel bad for a lot of people who get properly tilted in a game like this, because with how chaotic and insane it is at times, it doesn't necessarily seem all that worth it to me to get super mad. It's weird, I'm actually having a good time. For me, I want to play Sonic Racing. Oh yeah, there's still Roboblast 2 kart. There's that as well. I haven't actually tried that. Mostly just because I didn't have anybody to play with, and I don't remember whether it actually has matchmaking or not. Oh, I just completely left my team in the dust there, so I guess I'll die. Yep. Yeah, we'll do some more single player now, so we can actually hear some of the character interactions, which is what we're really here for, isn't it? Yep, almost 1,000 points. Definitely worth it, I assure you. Scott hosted service earlier, but has a surprisingly high skill ceiling. Yeah. I mean, I've also heard a fair bit of divisive talk around its spiritual successor, in Robotnik Ring Racers. Mostly just with how a lot of things that particular game ends up handling. From what I recall, it's not exactly seen in the kindest light. Could be wrong. Still have no idea why I'm doing this, by the way. Rubber seats. Rubber seats. I have not heard good things, me neither. Mostly just with how the ring system tends to be more annoying than it is fun, as far as I'm aware. Again, not 100% aware of all the details, so could be wrong in a fair few aspects. Anyways, yeah, we're just gonna stick with the Knuckles-mobile. I said we're just gonna stick with the Knuckles-mobile. Isn't that this? That's the same voice line she had for the Adventure 2 multiplayer as well. You can tell it's been a long time because I remember that. Eventually I have to ask how many mods of Sonic the Last 2 is too many. I'm sure a lot of you can make it work. Anyways, some more Grand Prix time. This time I'm going to be playing as Amelia. And we get to play, So who should we play off against? Should we play more Creme and Chess? Or you think you can win with Deadboard? You know what? I think I can win with my car. Just switch up to this, and away we go. Kittens on mittens. Yep. Charge, jump bigger, jump on high speed. Good to know. The stadium also kind of reminds me of all of the Olympic stadiums from the Olympic Games. Like, mostly just reminds you of the Beijing 2008 one. Looks like a 3-year-old in a massive surfboard. Oh, what are you gonna say to this, Amelia? Yeah, I'm sure that was a fair bit of a more interesting comeback, in all honesty. Just, Crunchyroll subtitles letting you down again, Amelia. I'm sorry. Away we go. And once again, I could just, instantly gain speed just by bumping into absolutely everybody. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, Vector isn't here, so unfortunately Storm had to make do as Amy's sacrifice for the race. Because that's like the one thing everybody took away from the intro to this game. Just, oh yes, Amy just killing Vector with a shuriken. Just a lot of the fan material for this game really makes out these races to be a lot more brutal than they are, I've noticed. Like, especially intro, with every character just dying violently. See you later. Yep, once again, here we are on some sort of Nickelodeon volcano planet. Yep, looks like Wave is just, biting the dirt a little bit more. I do kind of feel bad in all honesty, because this is like the one time in like years that the Babylon Rogues have actually been relevant. Because they weren't in, I think, any games since Free Riders. Could be wrong. At least Free Riders is the one which comes to mind. The only way you're gonna get me to play Free Riders is if I find a way to play that with controller, mind you. Imagine Amy is the sort who personally engages things. Sorry, just focusing on the race. I'll look at chat in a little bit. I know, Robotnik's being oddly civilized here. That was uncalled for! Come on, Robotnik, you can do a little bit better than that. Where's the fire? Where's the energy? Where's the passion? Where's the footwork? Generally, with a lot of the the English voice work and voice direction and lines and writing, I really get the sense that there's just a lack of passion and energy behind it. Maybe it's just the voice direction. The voice director's just hearing the first sort of uninspired take and was like, yeah, that's fine, just move on to the next one. But I mean, I know that the Sonic series has never been good for English voice direction, but I feel it's particularly egregious here. Eyes on the road, exactly. Eyes on the road. Honestly, imagine the aim is sort of to personally engage in some truly heinous road rage. Oh, definitely. I mean, especially if Riders games are anything to go about. She would not exercise any restraint. Someone would probably get killed. I'll just say that. That hammer's gonna end up buried in someone's skull at some point. Away we go. I do admittedly kind of wish there were more tracks available for the single player, like at least one more Grand Prix track, but because as is, just me going through the same courses over and over again, and I'm not sure just how interesting that is. Yeah, maybe I'm overthinking it. Because it's not exactly the tracks which are important, it's just the on-track antics, like what's Wave doing at the front here? She doesn't belong there. She belongs in the Pizza Hut, along with the rest of the Babylon Rogues, Big the Cat, Silver, and most of the cast, in all honesty. I mean, I say that, I'm just mostly being hyperbolic about it. Oh, we finally got Roulette Road. We finally got Bingo. We finally got Casino Park. Because it's definitely Casino Park in terms of soundtrack, but again, it's just more EDM. And oh, it looks like there's more to the track, which you barely get to see because you only get to play this little bit of it. It's like I'm only humming and being super nostalgic about this particular track because I played Heroes, and I'm just gonna say it probably was better sounding in Heroes. See you later. That was just cruel. Yeah, that's why you want quick recover. As I already mentioned. Amy would absolutely slash your tires. I mean, assuming she can get a hold of a knife, which I'm not sure whether knives actually exist in the Sonic universe anymore. It's like the community discourse has been so up and down and all around. I have no idea what to believe anymore. I wonder, can... Oh, okay, so the shield doesn't protect you from off-road. It does protect you from getting glooby, though, so that's good. That's like the first thing that came to mind when I saw the definitely not blooper power up there that covers your screen. It's like, oh no, I've been made glooby. But I am still groovy. Absolutely has a box cutter in a glove box or a switchblade. I mean, I'd be definitely surprised if there was room in one of these carts for a glove compartment. Considering they barely even have a windscreen. Like heck, I'm pretty certain the Knuckles' kart racer here, Knuckles' kart here, it doesn't have a windscreen. I mean, I get it's supposed to be based off of Knuckles' kart from All-Stars Racing, which was more of a quad bike, but still. Since it is a kart, you'd expect it to at the very least have a windscreen. Put a windscreen on it! Yeah, just, it is one of those things where I'm really just sort of to get a lot more nostalgic for a lot of the, a lot of Top Gear, to be perfectly honest. It's one of those shows which I tend to watch a lot, sort of in its peak as a kid. Favorite, personally, I almost want to say my favorite is either the Middle Eastern special, or probably more likely, actually, just the Burma special, where they make the bridge. Well, guess I'm just losing this race outright. Oh, we didn't get to see Frenzy Mode. The disappointment is immeasurable. That reminds me, I don't think we've actually gotten a single Frenzy Mode so far. Frenzy Mode, of course, just being this little light, fun bonus mode, where occasionally tracks just have bonus modifiers to them to make things more interesting, like infinite boosts, or having your drift charge up super fast. That sort of thing. Or just having boost rings all over the track. Just generally stuff to sort of spice things up a little bit, which honestly I do kind of like, just as a means of making all the races feel a lot more unique and less mundane. I think I might actually lose this one. Because unfortunately, it seems I could not win with my car. Wave was right all along. Ooh. Oh yeah, Void, which basically just acts as the black hole. That's it, everybody out my way. I got stuff to do. Don't even think about it, Knuckles. And I missed the power-up. Wonderful. Well, great. I guess I'm just gonna lose this one outright. Oh wait, Wave's still in the back there. I'll take third. The AI's getting paid off. Definitely feels like it with how aggressive they've been. Wow. I mean, third place. Normally, under most circumstances, that would just be warrant for me committing Sudoku live on the track. But I guess we're just gonna keep going. We're not out of the race yet. Here we go again. And what you got there? A knife! No! Yeah, I'm fairly certain a lot of this dialogue for the final round is just generic. Always groovy, never glooby. You know it. And away we go. I'm hoping for a speed up here. I'm hoping for a boost. I'm sure that'll hit somebody. Ow. I'd at the very least like to keep a hold of some of my rings, please, game. Get out of here, Shadow. Also, yeah, just casually landing on the roof of my car. Amy's absolutely fine. Like, horrendous accident where my car just ends up on its roof, in quotation marks. Nah, just fine. No, gotta avoid Knuckles. Out of my way, all of you. Well, I got Sonic at the very least. Gotta take the small mercies. Gotta take the little victories. Oh, you cheeky little. And there's not even any shortcuts for me here to take advantage of. Just... Well, they are just casually getting murked by the 16-ton weight at the very least. Ooh, what are you gifting me, Dark Chow? What are you gifting me? I'll happily take that. I probably should have saved it for the turn here now that I think about it. Shoot. Alright, I guess we'll just go around the long way. That was a mistake. Tails, out of my way, please. Thank you, random bomb wisp. It's always super satisfying when that happens, and I have no idea as to when it will happen. It's just super unpredictable. I'm just getting lucky that the AI is just walking into my traps. Alright. What are you gonna throw at me this time, game? On the home stretch. That absolutely wasn't worth doing. Alright. Yeah, it's these sorts of rings. There we go. I won! Oh, that was a level 6 rifle, wow. I didn't even realize. They're getting strong here. Alright, seasoned roster, nice. Well, it's fairly simple, Wave. I clocked you in the face with a boxing glove and you lost. Yay, my sweet passion's back, even though it doesn't apply to Amy's character anymore. Clap, please. You know what, we're gonna do one more. We're gonna do one more, I think, and then I'm gonna... Oh, hey, Omega. Hey, Knuckles. Put your skills to the test. Actually, let's just swap characters here a little bit. I want to play next as... No way I'm gonna lose! No way I'm gonna lose! And I think for this, I actually kind of want to try out this one. The Fang Loader. No relation to Fang, I'm guessing. It's just, somebody thought it was a good idea to bring a bulldozer to a racetrack. Let's do high speed. Actually, I think for this, I want to go with the board again. Let's just go with the standard board, because I think I can win with it. Let's do this. Hard to go wrong with super slow starts. Alright. Let's see who we're racing against. Once again in the E Stadium. No idea why it's called the E Stadium, why it's just filled with all these Green Hill Zone holograms. It's like, oh, remember Green Hill Zone? Well, here it is again, you can never escape it ever. That sounds relatively accurate. I don't know. Just estimating at this point. Anyways, yeah, here we are. Jet the Hawk on his classic Type J extreme gear. Do I think I can win with his board, though? That remains to be seen. Oh, that somehow worked. Out of the way, Knuckles. Out of the way, Knuckles! I really gotta work on my jet voice for whenever I do zero gravity. Because no way I'm gonna lose. I almost drowned like Scrooge McDuck. Out of the way, Sonic. Because there's no way I'm gonna lose. Yeah, I think we've seen enough of Kraken Bay. Yeah, whatever you say, Knuckles. Let's go back to the casino. It's where I've been spending all my time when I've not been allowed in any games anymore. Gotta make the money somehow, even though Wave always complains about how I should be more responsible. But what does she know?
I'm a master at gambling because I never lose. Especially against you, Knuckles.
I think Jet's one of those voices which I'm just gonna have a lot of fun with. Just that infamous, super scratchy Jason Griffith voice. Which he does. I mean, obviously, that's not really in keeping with his current voice in Japanese or in English, but I still find it hilarious.
Out of the way, Storm. Because there's no way I'm gonna lose.
Alright, across here, I think. Yep.
Whatever you say, Knuckles.
And there we go. Now I think I got this in the bag. I think. Never mind. Got the shortcut at the very least. But very, very few rings. Oh, look, everybody's chanting. Because apparently this is all that music is nowadays, especially after Pokemon Sword and Shield. There we go. He's got a system.
I told you there was no way I was gonna lose.
Yet somehow Knuckles ended up losing to Zaz of all people. Oh yeah, that's... No wonder I didn't lose.
Whatever you say, Knuckles.
Yeah, I got super slow start, which just adds plus 20 to all my stats on the final lap. There's no way I'm gonna lose. I do kind of find it funny that, especially after Sonic Dash, the Extreme Gear is just all that Jet's really known for. It's just like, oh, it's just that, that weird guy, the weird green guy who just rides around on a hoverboard. Because obviously nobody who, got into Sonic via stuff like Sonic Dash has ever heard of Sonic Riders or the Babylon Rogues up until now. Do gotta wonder, though. All the new people who have gone to Sonic via the movies, just looking at the comic and seeing characters like the Babylon Rogues, do they care about them in any way, shape, or form?
Get back here, Knuckles. Wave, don't show me up again. I know you keep saying you should be the leader of the Babylon Rogues, but I am, so shut it.
Alright, just casual fire dragons here. It's no biggie. Generally seems like one of the least interesting tracks to really talk about, in all honesty, though I guess it does. The interior here does sort of remind me of the end of Unleashed with the Egg Dragoon fight. Sort of grasping at straws here.
Later, Knuckles.
But these tubes here do sort of remind me of, like, the jetpack levels from Crash 2. Again, grasping at straws. Yay. Okay. Yeah, I think we got this in the bag. Now watch me just break out an even greater lead. Not entirely certain how long it actually takes for the super slow start to kick in, but once it kicks in, we're in.
Guess there's no way we're gonna lose.
I do quite like these little cabanas here as well. I would definitely like to visit an area like this in a Sonic game. Like an actual Sonic game at some point. It'd certainly be a nice break from the green hills and the chemical plants. Then again, anything would. You know, just give us anything new, please. That wasn't worth it. Come on. No, we can make it. We had so much of a long lead there. Imagine how some people react after seeing the Sonic movies, learning the existence of Sonic, and then learning about Rouge. Oh boy. It's like no wonder she's gotten nerfed over the years. It's like, oh, all of a sudden we can't have Rouge showing any skin or having the booba. No, she's gotta be, in line with everybody else, just safe and plain and boring. That's the MO here. The only one who's allowed to be at all interesting is Omega, because violence is fine as long as you don't show a nipple. Yeah, just think about that for a second. Just, oh yeah, you could just have untold amounts of violence on screen at any one point. You can see, you can have your kid going to watch something like The Dark Knight, but as soon as Liniple shows up, all of a sudden it's, oh no, will somebody please think of the children? What priorities are there, I wonder? I mean, I know a lot of people are pointing that out, it's just, I find it kind of funny. It's like, oh yes, we can have zombie apocalypse in our comic book, but Rouge isn't allowed to have a chest. That sort of mentality. Also, I didn't notice until now just the funny looking turbines that Jet gets whenever he does this. Also, thanks game. Casually just gracing me with a 16-ton weight. Well, it's fine though, we're not on lap 3. There's no way I'm gonna lose. As I just trudge along this path seemingly very slowly. Those dinosaurs don't necessarily seem like too big of a threat in all honesty as well. Seem quite easy to avoid. So that's how you do it. Make Water Booba something more aerodynamic. Well, if you wanted an aerodynamic character, you have Blaze, you have Wave, I think. I'm not sure whether they nerfed Wave as well, I don't remember whether she had much of a chest either. Because I know that in terms of character designs, Blaze was the one with the flat chest. And Rouge was the one with the big chest, and then it's just all matter of stuff in between. Do you think Wave pads her chest? There we go, no 16-ton weight gonna bring my day down. Yeah, it's kind of crazy just how big of a lead I can just suddenly get with this particular gadget. Like, Scrooge is starting to get off the game with a Mega Mushroom, just instantly become a superior race to everyone else on the third lap when it really matters. That's where it's at. Gonna say, oh. Yeah, let's just go with that. If that's her stats when she's relevant. She's a relevant son. Oh boy, yeah. pads her stat, yeah. Because from what I could tell, Wave is probably one of the better acceleration characters in the game. Yeah, I reckon, as far as this goes on, it's just gonna go up to the maximum level, and then I'm not entirely certain what happens when it gets to level 10. Not sure I want to know, in all honesty. I do at the very least find it cute that Robotnik is in his drill dozer from Sonic 2, even though that's just another, oh, remember this from Sonic 2 thing. It's one of those things that generally just feels right. Either this or his tiny little motorcycle from Riders. But of course, we're not allowed motorcycles in this game. Well, that reminds me, I probably should have done this particular race with Robotnik instead. Just to finally see him on an extreme gear for once, because that never happened in Riders. As far as I'm aware.
It definitely can, Knuckles, because there's no way I'm gonna lose.
Yeah, I sure can't wait to have to grind to get all these particular gadgets again in the full game when I eventually get it on sale. Oh boy, looks like I'm about to die horribly. I feel that they allowed you to just customize the carts by splitting them in half like that, just to sort of justify the saw blade there. At least that's what makes sense to me. Also, screw you. Get out of here, King Boom Boom, with your weird-looking sunglasses. So you may as well be wondering why I decided to pick Jet for what at this point is probably going to be the last race I do, given the time. We'll see. Just as soon as we finish up this race. That's it. Feel free to walk into that, you losers. For some reason when I actually picture Jet now, I mostly just picture him sounding like Falco. Or Birdly. No idea why. Just imagine if I have to bring back that voice for Birdly, actually, when I eventually do Deltarune. It's just gonna be, I mean, I do have a Birdly voice in mind. It's probably a very familiar sounding one, but still. Could you imagine? Well, guess I'll die. Looks like a Birdly sort of person. Oh yes, just to that, telltale air of superiority to him. Level 7. Yeah, I think that's gonna be all from me.
If there is a next time, Knucklehead.
I've missed that song. Yeah, I think that's gonna be all from me. It's been fun. Not sure if I'm gonna be able to play this once the whole test is over tomorrow, but regardless, I've had fun with it, so we'll see what happens. Whether I get this on sale, whether I just decide not to bother at all, who knows at this point. But regardless, thank you for tuning in to whatever this was, and we'll get back to Sonic and the Fallen Star next week. In the meantime, take care. Bye-bye.